Welcome in, Duck Crew. For our first long form video, I thought it would be cool to do a build and review of this Clone Shock Trooper mech, set number 7448, 151 pieces, and it has a really cool Clone Shock Trooper right there. Look at that one. I like his rifle too, it looks nice. So, oh, and the mech has one as well. So let's get to it. Let's open this thing up. Where's the little tab? There it is. Push your thumb right there is obvious. Let's see what's inside here. Okay, first off, I notice we've got our plastic pieces in paper bags. That seems very fitting, right? Keep your plastic safe with paper right there. And here is the instruction manual. Doesn't look too crazy. I think this will be a quick, fun build. So stick along, hang out, and let's build this cool mech. Let's see, I'll put this in the background so we can look at it. Which one should we do? Like that, I guess, like that. Put it like that. Okay, let's open these bags. They say to open 1, 2, and 3. I guess we'll do it in order then. We'll put this right here. We'll put this right there. So maybe we'll just do the instructions so we can see it. Okay, once again, set number 75448. So if you haven't had a chance to pick this one up, it's pretty cool, actually. This will be the second one that I've built. I got this one off of Whatnot. There we go. Now, this is the piece that I thought was interesting because this seems like a cheat piece. You could have built that out of, it's like almost like 4 different Lego, but they molded it all into one. So kind of a cheat piece right there. Now let's put this mech or this fig together. He's pretty cool. I never push my figs all the way down. I just keep them like that so they stay nice and safe. They look fine just like that. Put his rugged face together there. And where's his helmet? This is the coolest part. Look how clean this is. He looks pretty awesome. I really like the way this clone trooper looks. And his rifle. Did they give us the piece? Yeah, there it is. What's funny is whenever I build these, I notice that I'm pretty sure I've only found a couple mistakes with the pieces and the piece count. And usually I have more, or there was one piece that got smashed in the process or something like that. So it's kind of like a funny circumstance, but sometimes you'll have all these Lego pieces out and you can swear that you're missing a piece, and you look around and you're like, did they miss a piece? And what's funny is that usually, like almost 100% of the time, it's just human error. It's there, you just don't see it. So let's start here, and we'll put this guy, we'll put him right over here. He can hold our spot right there. Okay, pretty straightforward. I'll just try to build it for you and tell you what I think about it. There was a couple cool circumstances or building techniques that I thought was pretty interesting that they did in this mech. Other than this piece that seemed like it was kind of a cheat piece. They're just jumping the gun a little bit on that one and trying to create a simple piece for us. This is a classic piece. I remember that when I was a kiddo, having that piece for diesels and things like that. Let's see. So far, so good. I opened all 3 bags on the first one that I built, and it is actually going faster with me opening 1 bag at a time, I can tell. It's easier to find where they're at, so I guess take their advice and do 1 bag at a time. Let's see, I do like the colors of all these. They look pretty cool with the red and white and the black. It looks pretty sharp. I was impressed myself when I saw the build come to life. You're not holding your spot very good, buddy. I do like these pieces, are super useful if you're into Lego. These are some of my favorite kind of pieces right there. They call them modified, what are they, modified plates or something. Let's see. Yeah, this is a lot faster to build it one bag at a time, so you want to go slower, just go ahead and open all the bags and you'll have to search around for them, all the pieces. This was an interesting move right here. They kind of did like that, and then you could tell it was kind of holding it up right there in the back, that little stud right there. I found that to be kind of different than I noticed on some of these other mechs that I've built before. You will find that you're going to have some extra pieces. This one's kind of interesting because sometimes they have stickers, but this one's not stickered. This one's printed, so that was pretty nice too. I think Lego should step their game up and just do printed always. Uh-oh, that looks like it's, oh, I know, I'm one step ahead of myself here. Goes back here, down, so down one, you can see here, down one, and then that goes right in there. I think that's to hold the weapon, and ta-da, like it says, ta-da, there you go. That's pretty cool. That's where your mech will go, or your fig will go right there in the mech's chest, and we've got to do some arms and legs. Bag number 2. So these are our extra pieces right there. We'll just put them aside right up there. Get rid of this bag. Okay, bag number 2. We'll put him over here too. It does tear open really easy. There is something kind of fulfilling about opening these bags. These paper bags. They have a good feel to them, and they rip open pretty easily. All right, here we go. Now we're going to make the arms. These are probably, yeah, this might be the arm. We'll find out soon enough. He's working out just fine holding that. That's working out just nice. I like it. If you don't know who I am Scrooge McCloud. I sell on Whatnot, and I do fun shows. I do plants and vegetables, castle mocks, and have lots of figs and lots of parts. I have Technic parts for trains, motors, all kinds of stuff like that. So if you ever want to check us out on the Whatnot, come by, Scrooge McCloud, and you can see that probably in the description in the show notes. Yeah, this looks like an arm. Sometimes if you're savvy enough, you can build both of them at the same time, but they're kind of a mirror image of each other. But you get fast going this way anyway. Doesn't take too much time. Oh, it's a leg. There you go. Ta-da. It's a leg. But they want us to put it on already, huh? Okay, I'll follow their lead. But I know there's this piece goes by his kneecap. So let's just follow their lead. Let's do it by the instructions. No jumping ahead. I do have a pretty fun following of people. I call them the Duck Crew on Whatnot. Pretty good community in there. Lots of fun people. They come by and build Lego and watch the shows and buy Lego from all the different sellers. It's pretty fun to go in there. So if you haven't seen Whatnot yet, go check it out. It is really fun. I've been on there for probably 3 or 4 years. I'll probably say 4 years, but you'll see all kinds of stuff. You'll see Pokemon, you'll see Lego, you'll see uh-oh. Did you watch what I just did? You probably noticed that, didn't you? Let's swap that. Okay, I was kind of going off the rails there. They have Lego, Pokemon. I've even bought all my wife and daughter's Christmas presents on there last year. It worked out really well for me. I live out in the forest in Oregon, and there's not much to do other than go onto the online and buy things from there because there's no stores really around here. So definitely need a platform like that. It helps out big time, and I did really well. They loved all their presents. I got some sealed packs and stuff like that. It was really cool. Oh, I was like, wait a second. Where's that piece? Oh, I had to swap a rune. Swap a rune here. Okay. I was wondering how long it would take to put this thing together. If I did a speed oh, I jumped. Oh, no, actually it told me to do that. Okay. I thought I was jumping ahead again. Well, I appreciate everyone for tuning in and checking out the Scrooge Television YouTube channel. And like I said, come by and check us out in the Whatnot realm. It is quite fun in there. We have a really good community. Cool people in there. It says ×2, so it says ×2. Let's do 2 of those. Okay. Keep your eye when it says ×2, so we might be building 2 of these. We'll just keep going ×2. Oh yeah, it's the feet. We're building the feet. So let's just keep doing ×2 on here. Go one at a time. And then these go in here. And they say they clip into there. That kind of looks like a foot, doesn't it? Let's see. We'll be bringing all kinds of cool stuff to the... oh, I didn't do that. To the channel as well. So definitely tune in. Have fun with us. I'm going to be bringing some artwork, doing some oil painting for everyone, and trying to build Lego, do some custom mocks, Lego mocks. I'm doing a tree right now, so stay tuned because I'll be having this huge tree. It looks like the tree from Fern Gully. My friend Doc Dakota on the Whatnot platform, he got me inspired to try it out. I didn't think that these 2 slides, there's a piece that they used, and it's a slide. They call it a 180 slide, and it's an actual slide from like Friends or something like that. But if you put them together, it'll actually make a, let's see if there's anything we're missing. It'll make like a tree trunk base. So I'm excited to do that. I've already started working on that, so you'll see that in the next coming up short or long form video. So here's the extra pieces so far, and let's do bag number 3. Bag number 3. This is actually kind of fun to rip these open. I was giving it a hard time because of the plastic, but these are easier to open than the old plastic bags. I was giving it a hard time because it was paper, I mean, but really it's something about it. There's some stuff about the tactile, the working with the hands, and the feeling of all these different things snapping together. The clutch of the grip, I think they call it the clutch of the way the brick snaps onto there is also pretty cool. Okay, so this one doesn't say ×2. You see that? So that means that this one probably is going to be like a mirror image, which would be, I guess, obviously the arms that we're to do next. I'm liking to use this. So if you want to steal this idea, you probably already do it. You're like, Scrooge, get with the game. We already do that. We have him hold the page. And this is my first time doing that, and I actually prefer it. I don't mind him being helpful down there. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can just do it like that. You see that? I even got it figured out even better. Okay. Yeah, that's a cool shoulder. I liked that style. That was a nice shoulder right there. I liked that. And then, oh no. There it goes on the floor. Uh-oh. Hopefully that's why they gave us extra, huh? Hopefully we won't need it too soon. Did you hear that? Classic floor drop. Bounce. Action. These little arms and stuff are kind of fun when you have built a lot of mechs at these machines. It's interesting to see how they utilize different patterns to make different arms and different hands. You can learn quite a bit if you just build Lego and follow instructions. You can learn a ton of build techniques. So I advise it. Test it out. And you'll be pleasantly surprised at the way they get away with some of the cool. Look at that. All of a sudden it looks like an arm, huh? Kaboom. That looks pretty sharp. See how cool he looks? That looks really sharp, right? Yeah, that's gonna look nice when we put him in the inside of it. Now I don't want to drop anything else because I didn't want to drop anything in the first place, but I did. Let's push these up here a little bit. Okay, now we're doing the mirror image. So this is the other arm. Where's that piece hiding? Okay. Now they're all going to be scrunched up here because I don't want to drop any. And I'm right by the camera, so I don't want to be yelling at my crew in whatnot and or in YouTube land. Let's see. Okay, like that. Yep. Then this. And then for the hand part to make the fingers attachment. Ooh, I think we found out what fell, but they gave me an extra. Ooh, I thank you, Lego, for thinking ahead. Even for the video, I dropped that white piece. I knew it was small. It sounded small. And then I got to use it from the spare bits, so that saved the day. So, hooray! Congratulations. They're thinking ahead. They knew we would drop that white piece. They really did. They knew it. Okay, that goes there. Then we need this one. Okay. Now I know what we're going to do next. I'm going to jump the gun. I know we're going to put these fingers. Let's put the fingers on right now. Where is it? Right there. Okay. Ba-doom. Let's put them on there. I know it's going to tell us to do that. Look at that. So cool. I really like this mech. I like the white and the red, so I chose to do it for the... Oh, see? They're probably like, Scrooge, don't do it too soon. You're going to have to put this piece on here. On that hand, you can see like that. And that's where his weapon is going to go. So he's holding on to it. And what, one more piece? Really? You want to put more stuff on there, do you? I guess to hold it on there, make sure it doesn't fall off. Okay. And then this is where it probably attaches. Ta-da! Attaches like that. Let's push these over so I'm not building off the camera. Oh, it needs this on the bottom. That looks kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of a transformer, actually, now that I'm working on it again. Okay, here we go. Final steps, I can tell, because look, you see this little character, I'm sure everybody knows, but as soon as he gets here, you can see when he gets to the end, we're going to be all completed, so we are almost there, other than you can tell I'm running out of pieces as well. Okay, push that there, that there. Last time I built this guy, I have two of these. I built one yesterday, and I put it backwards. Did I do it again? No. You gotta put this first, Scrooge. There we go. And then that one. That's pretty cool so far. This is always weird, but I always get it right when I put it in there. It doesn't seem to be the right way. Is that the right way? Every time I do this, I'm like, yes. Every time, every single time, I'm gonna load it up. So if I accidentally shoot it, you'll know why. I loaded it already. It's ready. It's primed. Transformer, pun intended, huh? Let's see. He's getting closer to the end. There he is. Watch out. Okay, so you flip it over and put this piece here. Okay. Then keep it flipped over. This piece is gonna go here. Okay. Red piece goes in that Technic socket. I use these for trees a lot too. So like I said, I build trees and all kinds of bushes and flowers, and they use a lot of these same pieces here for the Technic. That seems funny, but I bet you it's right. You flip it over, and that's it? These are all the extra pieces? Let's put that extra one right there. And we'll just put these couple extras so it looks like a mega blaster. Sometimes I use the last ones to kind of give it a little pizzazz. Okay, there we go. And it says you can put the rifle, if you notice here, put the rifle on his back because he's not going to be able to hold it when he's driving his mech. That makes sense. Let's put it on there. That will probably look pretty cool. Okay. Let's put him in there. I know that's what it's going to say. Yep, put him right in there on the heel saver. They call those heel savers, so you don't hurt their heels or crack their heels. And he's in there. That looks pretty cool. I wonder what he'd look like if he could put his arm up. I don't know. Let's find out. Yes. I'm going to put his arms. I guess he would be driving it so he wouldn't have his arms out. But I feel like it looked kind of cooler. Yes. Okay, there he is. There he is. In his glory. With all these extra pieces. We only have like 6 extra pieces because I used a bunch. We could probably add them onto the weapon. Let's add one more. We'll add this bit of red to the top here. And that is it. Pretty cool. He looks awesome. I really like the way it came out. And like I said, subscribe, like, follow, all that kind of stuff. We'll do more. That was set number 75448. All right. Scrooge McCloud. We'll see you on the next one.